All right, and welcome to another Watercolor Wednesday, everyone. Hey, we're just gonna hop right into it today, and what we're is we've got last week's painting here, and we had someone ask the question if you have one of these. So I didn't show you this last week. How do you remove this painting from this padded paper? So this is bohong paper. It's right there, and this is their Master's Choice watercolor block. So I apologize for last week. I did not show you how to take this off. So we get in here, and I had put some tape on the sides. That way we have this really nice. So if you're just hopping on, welcome. Go ahead and say hello in the chat. I'll put the chat on and you can say hello. And so we're going to take this and this palette knife all the way off. Then we're just taking off this painting. So you can also use a letter opener. Remember a letter opener? All right, there's all 9 of you on here so far. Put in the chat. Jennifer, hello. Things are going well. How are things with you, Jennifer? Let everybody know where you're at, Jennifer. And I didn't sign this for you guys last week, so I'm just gonna use a Tombow pen right here. And we just put Gabriel Stockton. So this Tombow is good quality ink. And we just go like that. And that works. So if you didn't see this last week, you can go back in my YouTube channel and you can click on lives and you can watch that. So I wanted to talk a little bit. So with my Daniel Smith dot card, sometimes you find these in the stores for free. It has a little bit of my information on there, but it has all this cool nerdy stuff right here. And sorry about the glare. Let me go ahead and pull this out. That way we don't have a glare. So one of the fun colors in here to work with, some of you already know, if you are used to watching me in the past, one of my favorite colors is Moon Glow. And that's Moon Glow right there. We're going to be using some Moon Glow. It's one of my favorite colors. And so we all should have a sketchbook, right? And so a huge part to being an artist is having a sketchbook. So it's really good to have sketches before you do a painting. Some of you have watched me do these paintings. Some of you already own these paintings. This one is in Australia. The painting was sold off to Australia, Melbourne. And this painting is in my studio currently. We have this painting. I'll be showcasing this painting coming up at my Art Marts show. This painting just recently sold, I believe. This was over at Universal Studios. So these sketches are very essential to your growth. This I cannot take credit for. These are different design elements working with a single plane and a two plane and multi-planes. And these are studies that you learn from other artists. This was a piece that I did not too long ago over at San Diego, Locrito Ranch. Here is downtown San Diego. Here we've got another ranch time. This is a good day of just sketching. I have not painted this one yet. Here's a lovely lesson I did with one of my students who's probably on here watching. And Jennifer is in Kentucky. Thanks for here's a just quick sketch. It actually started raining on me, so I didn't get to finish it. All right, this painting, this is down by the Coronado Ferry. This actually was a pretty cool story. So right before I did, give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear my audio, if you wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate that. Well, I was actually doing this piece before I did a class on location. A lady came up to me and she asked me to do a live painting for her wedding. And I did that on New Year's Eve, and it actually went really well. I will be sharing that really soon. And how exciting to finish out the year doing a live painting. This was a demo for some students. This was a lovely morning of just going plein air. I'm showing these to you and I'm being very transparent. I can struggle. To do my first live. I have 15 minutes, but I'll watch the replay later. Hey, thanks so much, Lefty. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So if you've noticed, see this area right here. So I've created a little template. And I actually just cut a little piece of mat board. Okay. And what we have here is probably like a 5 by 7 in inches. And then right here are these little ticks. Do you see that? So there's actually a nice little tic-tac-toe board right here. Don't worry, I've already done this painting. It turned out really nice. So right away with this composition, we have elements. We have an area and a grove of trees. Okay. Comes over here first to this building. And then we have triangles. Okay. And then we've got these trees here. So my eye comes in here, comes to this and settles. It's almost like a funnel. And then right down, I don't shoot directly down. Right here was this nice little walkway that came here and then it zigzagged back. And then there was a walkway here and then it zigzagged here and came like that. And then we have our gentleman here, like so. And we have his little faithful companion. And this is a park where there's dogs and people out walking. And these guys are connected by the shadow. So what we have here is a nice directional, I'm leading the viewer here you may also enter from the bottom. So you're either looking here, coming this way, or you're entering here. Typically, these are the areas where you lead in for a painting. And this is called composition. So you can grow in your sketchbook. This is a wonderful piece. I just recently did a video on how to paint rocks. So this lovely area here is down at Sunset Cliffs, or maybe it was, oh, what is that area? The tide pools. That's it. And so we got some water. So if you haven't seen my recent video, I just talk about how to paint rock, or it was sea and light and rocks. Okay, so this is the sketch I did in order to share with you how I painted these things. All right, without any further ado, we will move to this wonderful piece that we're going to do today. Oh, actually, before I go, I wanted to share one quick thing. Let's just talk just real quick minute about perspective. So if I have a horizon line, right? And then say I'm standing here, like so, right? Got my long coat on. And my head is like kind of like above the horizon, right? And so then train tracks, okay? And the furthest part is there. And let's say the train, I'm standing kind of by the train tracks, right? This train track is going to come forward like so. And then if we look at the perspective, it goes back, right? And let's say the train tracks kind of end here. This is like a dead end on the train tracks. I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's like these barriers right here. And so why am I showing you this? Well, when things come closer to you, they're wider, okay? When things are far away from you, they narrow back. Same thing if I were to build a wall right here, okay? And then it goes all the way back there. So it comes like so, like this. What is happening here? To just emphasize, things that are closer are bigger in width, and as things move back further, they go smaller. Okay, so see how that could even be like, now these could be like poles, right? Going back. So if it's closer to you, it's taller. And then if it's going away, same thing if we had a bridge. If I had a bridge that we're closer here, and then it has these little sections like that, and this is where water runs through like this, even these water things would move bigger, okay? So this is taller here, and it goes back and diminishes and goes smaller. And then say if my little city and stuff was over here, So this guy, maybe he's standing here and he's with his buddy and they're gonna walk into town. So they actually look bigger than the city, but what it is things are going smaller. Okay, now let's do some watercolor. If you just want to see the same thing just happens here. These trees and everything closer here is bigger, and then as it goes back it diminishes. Look at this wall. See this wall? Like, even if I had like a ruler, look, there's these poles. So this pole from there to there is that big. Okay, look, and I put it up against that one. See, then I actually have to move my finger up. So it goes back smaller. And what I see is sometimes people flip this around. It gets back. So just remember, this area here is bigger and it goes back. All right. I know you guys want to see some painting. All right, we got some more chats in there. How are you guys doing? Let's see. And who else is on here? We got some secret admirers that haven't put in the chat yet. Hey, don't be shy. Say hello. Live, and we're gonna do a painting. And I'm looking for my tape. Here it is. All right. We're gonna go ahead. I like putting down some tape because we all like those beautiful lines. So, how was everybody's New Year? Are you guys off to a good start of doing some watercolor? What are some things that you guys are painting? Put it in the chat and let me know. If there's something you'd like to see me paint, please. I'm totally down for a cool challenge. Is there something you want to know about? I posted a short today in the YouTube channel. Each day there's a short coming out, and I answer your guys' question. And what's cool is I'm starting to go over there's a few of you in here that are just like super new to watercolor, and it helps me to talk about some of those things. And then there's some of you that are advanced in here, and I think that's great. I like how there's a good variety of everybody showing up. So I'm going to put that right there. So the brushes I'm going to be using is this here. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. We've got some Lefty super new. Well, right on. Thanks for being transparent. I appreciate you letting me know. So in this box set, if you look right here, this is Escoda. So I'm throwing their name up on the screen today because Joseph and Ricard Escoda, they're part ownership in this company for this brush set. So this is the blue set. I saw it on Amazon. One of my students last night bought it for like 99 bucks on Amazon. So it comes with a Perla number 10 and an Ultimo number 16 and a Prado number 6. Very similar to what I paint with now. So all these of this color blue set, they are all synthetic brushes. And if that's something that matters to you, that's wonderful. So we've got the Ultimo number 16. And that's what's cool about this is it's got this little flange, goes in there, and it's going to set like that. And if you haven't watched my one on rocks, painting rocks, I go into a little more about these brushes. There we go. I've got my palette. It's ready to rock and roll. I just need to grab me a pencil. 1 second. So I'm taking on a new challenge and I'm using this pen today. So I'm using this nice rough paper. And a friend of mine challenged me to use this pen. So this is a Pentel Click 0.7. And it seems nice. It's got this soft little guy here. It's got a few leads in there. I guess I'm not sure how to. Oh, you twist it, and then you got this little guy. And so I actually gave him one of my mechanical pencils, and so I typically use this guy. But the lead that came with this is way too hard, so I'm not using this lead. And the type of lead is this right here. So it comes with, you can get into a bookstore here in La Jolla. And I got these extra leads. So all I gotta do, so I bought a whole bunch of these mechanical pencils. I think 24, came with 24, just so I'd have stuff for my students. And it takes this other lead here. So this is what I typically use, which is a nice thick lead. I know this doesn't break on me. And he can see the difference. Actually, there we go. Can you see the difference in the size? So this thing doesn't break on me much, and I'm gonna see what happens today. He said this is his go-to. So right away, I'm not gonna show you the reference photo yet, but I'm gonna do this cool little train, and it's gonna have a little bit of that perspective what we just talked about. So right away, we've got this cool area where I need to have a line. See, that's not showing up. If I bring line, can you see that better? Yeah. So this one's already out of the game just because you guys aren't going to see me draw with it. So sorry, I gave it a go. All right. And then I'm going to do this train car. So this train car kind of comes like this, tapers back like that, comes back this like so, and like this. So just real nice and clean and simple perspective, done really loosely, okay? And then just for a ambiance, supporting character for our main topic today, this train. So I hit the windshield is here, just so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. There's a windshield like this. We've got the train coming this way. And then we've got this part here. So now you just kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. So we've got this coming here. This is a kind of old looking, timey train. The photo though is Christmassy, so that's why I'm not showing you the photo just yet, but I will. Um, we've got a back door here and then some windows like that. This comes like this. And then there's these lines that come across like so. There's some other diagonal lines here. But before I get too ahead of myself, there's actually a nice building that comes right here like that. And those lines for the building need to go up like this because this is the closest section to me. Other lines here like so. And then there's these little sections that stick out a little further. All right, there's a building in the back here that needs to come in. The building is in the distance and then cuts back like this and then comes down and then this comes here and then like that. Then we've got a little bit of sky and then there's actually going to be those cool like train wires coming like that. All right, and then we've got that cool light that's here. There's a car back there, but it just needs to be a shape for now. And we've got some little windows for our shopping place. So are you kind of getting kind of an idea? Is probably shaking their head right now. No. So this is what we're going for. See that? Boom. But we're gonna not work from a photo. We're gonna make a lovely painting. All right. Let me grab. All right. So I have right here one kneaded eraser. Okay. Whatever you do, don't keep kneading it. All right. If you want to make it clean when it gets dirty, you just have to knead it. All right. And then I'm going to just roll over where we drew. See that? Very nice. Now I just lightened it up just a little bit. So here's my palette. And it's super messy right now. So what we're going to do, I got some paper towels here. These are Viva Select. So in the States, you can probably get these at Target. I'm going to dip it into my water. And I'm just going to go and get that surface kind of wet. And get this one wet too. Now I'm going to take this dry one and just come down one time confidently. See that? I'll find another nice clean spot. Come down. I've noticed when people go back and forth in class, it just smears it. See? It's not cleaning. It just gets gunked up. I go ahead and turn this around, or you can grab another one. There we go. So the first part of this painting, we're actually going to go ahead and do the sky. And for the sky, I'm going to use a color that I think every beginning artist that's doing watercolor should try it out. This brush holds lots of water, and I'm going to dip right into here. This color I highly recommend. See how gorgeously blue that is? This is magnesium blue hue. This is a Daniel Smith color, and it just looks lovely for a sky. If you're wanting to do water, this color is uber good. It makes it easy for you to paint a sky. So I can paint this upside down or right side up. In this case, what I want to do for me to just do this little blue line here and pull this way instead of the other way. And you'll find that when you move your painting around, it's going to work for your benefit. All right, so we've got our sky, and what's going to be lovely about this, if I just kind of get in here and out, a little bit of cloudage, a little bit of light areas. All right, I need to make this background kind of really soft, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to get into this white here and into some of this lovely, this is pyrrole orange, so it's almost like a sherbet color. Do you guys ever remember those like pop-up ice creams when the ice cream man would come by and you would want to get a pop-up? It was this soft ice cream, and it kind of tastes like sherbet, and it was uber tasty. So I've got this nice light color here. For the next little rooftop section, it has to be a little bit browner. So I'm just going to add some brown, maybe just a titch more. This is burnt hematite scarlet. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in right here, like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep moving to the right. So let's go ahead and add some more white here. But this time I add a little bit of this quinacridone deep gold. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. We've got some more people in the chat. And thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. We've got quite a few of you. Hello. There's Jennifer saying hello. And then we've got our friend here coming to our first live. Thank you so much. Go ahead and leave a comment and highlight your comment. I appreciate that. Now we've got this light area with the quinacridone deep gold. And more paint. I want something that glows because this side is getting some light. So it's also far away. We're using this. If you missed it, or if you're on the replay, we are using this number 16 Escoda Ultimo. And this is Escoda's logo here. They're from Barcelona. And I'm very grateful to be partnering with them for these brushes for you today. All right, we've got this building here. And while we've got this nice color made up, let's go ahead and put in our first layer of color here. All right, and this is kind of in the shade, so let's go ahead and get some ultramarine blue. Now we're gonna kind of make like a silvery color. This is actually in the shade, like so. I'm getting gravity to work for me. So there's the start of the building. And then we had those little eave areas. Very nice. Very happy so far with this. I can go ahead and go. These are all Daniel Smith colors. You see this nice gray? We're going to go ahead and put this lovely gray here. And then we've got some nice lines here. Then we come gray again. And then it lightens up. So in order to lighten up watercolor, we put some more water and a lighter color. We're going to go here. Like that. There's some nice little ground cover here. That kind of come there. And we're just going to work our way around lovely train. And here we come here. And underneath there. There we go. And like this. You see this nice directional line? Back there, it's really light, so I need more water so I can take a little bit out. More water, and it's got to go lighter, so we're going to get into here some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is a good traditional color to have. Okay, and that's going to dry actually lighter. Let's make this mark. So we're getting a sense of movement. And then we've got this other lovely color between this track here. Like that. And then this one comes here. I've got to paint this area now because I got to let it, these areas for me. This color here is another favorite. It's a must-have. And this color is a must-have. This is buff titanium here. And that is gray titanium. So I needed a little bit of buff and gray titanium mixing together in order to make this section here. Okay. There we go. Now, just for giggles, what I can do is I can take a little bit of water. Remember I talked about moving your painting around? We're going to lighten that up just a titch. Okay. See this nice thing of water on my tape? Just going to go like that. All right. If you're over on the Facebook side of things, I'm not able to see the comments just yet, but you're more than welcome to join us over here on the YouTube. If you've got some questions, please ask away. And yeah, there's still a few of you that are watching. There's like 9 of you that are watching. That I don't know who you are, and that's fine. Secret admirers. All right, so we've got our lovely train here, and just for giggles, I want you to see what this this Perla number 10 is gonna do. Remember I talked about a color I wanted you guys to see today? This is it right here. This is, and look at this cool purpley color. And we've got one window right here. And so I know some of you were saying you had to go, and that's fine. You can catch us next week and you can watch the replay later. The replay will post shortly after we're done. And but I appreciate you stopping by. So we've got one window here. As you can see, this wonderful color, moon glow. It's got green. See that green? It's got some red and some blue. It's pretty wild. All right, this area right here is nicely shaded. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this nice little chunk here. This comes over. If anyone's ever ridden one of these trains or trolleys before, let me know in the comments. And where were you? What city? I'm just curious. Here we go. Very nice. And then we're gonna add some white to this and make like a lavender color. And just a little bit, just a touch of some of this titanium. And we're gonna come down here. And we've got this lovely section there. And then adding a little bit of neutral tint right there. For the likes, I appreciate you guys. Wow, there's some of you that come hop over. We got 11 of you. Thank you so much. All right, we've got some more buff titanium to serve up. And we're gonna go ahead and put that here. And right in here. Like that. And there's this wonderful edge of the train, and I'm gonna make this train my train. That's the thing. You don't have to stick to your reference photo unless this is a paying gig. So if this is a train that you're having to do for a specific thing, maybe I have a buddy that has to do the specific year of the train, and that's cool. But today, if you're painting with me, great, let me know. So we've got this color is Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, another fave I must always have with me. This is a nice soft edge back here. It's got to show some separation from that background, but it's not really crucial to have a hard edge. Okay, we're gonna get into here. This is lavender. If you don't want to mix it, you can buy it already mixed. Back here is our little car. We're going to add this little gray shape back here. Why? We need something back there that pushes this guy forward. All right. Well, our building is starting to set up right here. We can go ahead and grab this lovely, tasty color here. But before I go there, I can go this one. And here is our nice little sign for our building. And then there's a little bit of brick, which is in the cool area. So I'm not going to go straight out of the tube. I'm actually going to mix it in with this. And this is going to come down. This is here. And then we've got these nice little dark areas there. And then we've got here and here's a window. There's a nice little ledge there. And a ledge there. There's a couple little areas where I need to put some soft white with some buff titanium. And that's right in here's a window. Oops. Here's a window. Here's a window. These are very subtle. But there is something there. I don't need a lot of information. Okay? Very nice. There is, we'll come back to our building. So before I start doing all these wires and stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint our little front of our guy here. So this color here is, does anybody know? Pyro orange, pyro red. Oh, Joanne is here. Ta-na-na. Hello, Joanne. Joanne from Vancouver. Hello and welcome. I appreciate you being here. And she said, oh, I apologize. This one. Oh, hello. Sorry. There was a comment there. She was asking the question. For some reason, it disappeared. Was on a trolley in San Francisco back in 1988 and 1989. That's cool. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So we're going to put this red down right here. You know, I have so many fun memories of trains and stuff. My grandfather helped build the railroad that went along the top of the northern states of the United States. And then he went off to World War II. And so I'm very honored that he was a hard worker. And so he loved trains. And my growing up, I took a lot of trains. So that's all one red, right? I've actually got to cool it down. So right here is rose of ultramarine. If you like ultramarine blue, you will like rose of ultramarine. So this has to be nice and cool over here on this side. We'll add just a little bit more blue just to add a little more flair right here. I like this tip. So even though we're working with a small painting, I have this nice tip right here. Jennifer says, that's awesome. My dad loved trains. Every trip we went on We always try to find a small local train ride. That's super cool. Thank you so much for sharing. One thing people really do enjoy is a good story. All right, so we've got some more red to do here on our train. So this red is going to taper. Now, this isn't a coloring book. There is okay to have some areas of white to pop through because there might be something that there might be something on here that is like metal. This is a painting, and see, here is a photograph, okay? And there are like little reflections and stuff. But this, we're gonna do it in a painterly fashion. All right, well, since we made our sky blue, I'm gonna actually make our windshield right here blue. Not all of it, just one section. There we go. Again, this isn't paint by numbers. This is simply us adding some flair and some lovely color. All right, next we have this little area down here. This comes over. And see the green that got in there, and that's okay. Let's grab some more paint. And we got this little guy here. And we've got this section that comes back like that. Okay. I'm going to move over to this lovely perla because now we're moving into some nice tight stuff. And right away, I want to get that headlight here. This headlight's going to come in just quite lovely like that. And then this has got some nice little chrome. And we're going to just play around with adding just some nice little darks to make lights. You see that? By adding the darks, just made the lights pop. The light of the painting. Okay. Now there's these doors that are right here that you go into the bus. Remember our drawing? Remember these things are bigger and then they go back. Look, I even tilt this train track and it tapers back. So we know there's some doors here in the back, right? They're actually gonna go smaller as they go back. See that? We got 1, 2, 3 stages that brings us forward. Now we've got some lovely windows to paint, which first we have a door here, like there. And then we've got some windows and another window back there. Did I count all the windows to get them all in? I sure didn't. Those windows actually go a little higher. These are those windows that you can maybe open up to get some breeze way in there. We've got some really nice darks. And knowing what dark to use. So this, I'm going to actually add some red here. More brown. And a little more blue. So it's not necessarily a blue black. It's more of a brown black. These are things just over time it takes a minute of learning what black to use. Now, I'm looking at this just as if any of you like to do puzzles. What's cool is when you do a puzzle, there's like you're solving the mystery. So when I'm looking at this painting, what do I need to paint in order to make this painting come alive? And simple is more. What do I mean by that? If I choose to go simple, this is going to actually come out quite lovely. All right, then we've got a little bit here. There's another little section back there and there. See that? It went smaller, medium, large. Well, let's go ahead. Our friend over here, Moonglow, wants to join us down here in the bottom. And so this time I want to use the Moonglow with the Perla because I need more paint than water. See, this isn't quite running down. So see that? So this piece here is in the shadow like so. And then this comes like this. Now, if you don't live in San Diego and you weren't able to sign up for my 5-week course that's here, I do offer some online one-on-one training. Maybe you need just a little bit of help getting from point A to point B, and maybe you would just like me to work with you on one specific thing. So if you go to my website at, let's see, where is it? Dun, dun, dun. Right here at gabrielstockton.com, and you go under workshops, you can see that I have available some courses you can sign up for. It explains exactly how it works. Okay. And then if you want to join us at Watercolor Live, I'm a faculty for Watercolor Live this year. I'm super stoked for this opportunity. And you can join us. You can go to here, or you can go to my affiliate link at gabrielstocktonfineart.com. And again, so back to the painting. Thank you for letting me share that info. Appreciate your kindness and patience. And this just helps me keep going as an artist. I enjoy teaching and helping others get where they need to go as far as growing. So we've got this train track here. This train is on this track going there like that. And then we've got another track here. See that? Boom. And then we've got another track here. Nice and loose. Bam. And we've got a fun green color that goes right across here. Remember I said there was going to be something along here at the bottom? Well, I'm going to do that right now for you. Add some white. This needs to be just a little more opaque So right in between here. Sorry for the noise. I hope you guys aren't hearing that. Somebody is working on something downstairs I didn't know about. Anyway, I hope it doesn't interrupt you hearing me, but it's all good. So we've got this little crossing area, yeah, and that doesn't need to be all filled in. Do you see that how that actually works nicely by not filling it in? There's a nice blank area, and then there's a nice thick opaque area, and then we've got a shadow side, which we go back to our good friend Moonglow, and you can get some Moonglow. You can order it with Cheap Joe's or anyone actually that has Daniel Smith paints, maybe your local art supply store. So this just needs to be knocked down just a little bit, not too much. And this area here, I want you, this is the focal point. All right, for fun, let's go ahead and make a dark, nice dark red. And D on this cable guy kind of comes up like here and up right here. So this is moving, and the looser the better when you're making these things. This side is going to be redder. All right. The looser you make these marks, the more it's going to look like it's moving. Okay. Does that make sense? Put in the chat if that kind of makes sense to you. That would just, I want to make sure that you kind of catch my drift, right? Like, I just want to make sure I'm communicating with you guys. All right. So by having some nice breakup of lines up there, it's working as if this guy is moving. Dun, dun, dun. And there's all kinds of wires, but I don't need to go too crazy on our lines. Before I go there, I already have this color. I know this color can go right here for right now. For our building in the distance. Like that. And there's this Plano line here. And there's some little signage right there. And then over here is a little bit more built by our car. And there's a red line here. Remember, this part of the painting needs to be very soft. All right. All right, we've got some lines to make here. Let me just grab another one of my paper towels here. Let me switch back over to our comments. It looks like we have another comment. Hey, it's our friends over at Art Provides popping over from the Facebook. Hey, nice painting, Gabriel. Thank you so much. Follow Art Provides on Instagram and Facebook. They're located in St. George, Utah. That's probably my buddy L, who curates the gallery there. Awesome. So now we've got some wires to do here. So here we are with our guy. You can see all those wires. We don't need to go buck wild. Less is more. But before I go, if my buddy was here that knows more about trains than I do about other things, there's this thing here. He could probably how it works, but I'm just gonna look at the shape. I'm a shape painter. I paint shapes for a living and I get paid for it. And I just look at the shapes. Alright. This bends here. See that? That turns. So I needed to put that in. Well, for giggles, let's go ahead and work on that little spot. We got this train. It's telling us where we're going. And right here, got that little lovely sign like that. Am I gonna put all the words and stuff in there? Nope. Can I put some simple colors? Yep. There we are. Did I stay in the line? I sure didn't. Now we've got a red that goes in there, but it's not the focal point. So we're gonna get into some white. Jeez, this guy used so much white paint in his... I thought that was a no-no. Look at that. So I left some broken pieces in there. And it created something that looks like glass. There's another fun little thing I like is those little windshield wipers. And there's also a right here. There's this guy. There's a windshield wiper and a windshield wiper. It's really not about those details, but just for fun, just in case if there's anybody out there just who's bugging them, that was just for you. And later someone's going to go, that was me. I was wondering if you were going to put in the windshield wipers. Nice, soft building in the background. It really pushes the middle ground, foreground forward. Some nice dirt, right? If I put that red step sign right there, where do you think your eye is going to go? It's going to go right there. This is good editing, all right? I apologize. I've gone over. Put in the chat if you want me to keep going. And I'll keep going. I'll do these wires. And if you guys are got places to go, that's great. I'm just enjoying this one. And I'm enjoying sharing. So here we got some wires. We need different widths. Okay, there's a wire coming up this way. And a wire going back that way. And some wires here and back there. Now I can go now just a touch darker, but I gotta go thicker paint. So I'm gonna come in like this. And we're gonna come in here. This needs to go darker because it's going over this building. This one's coming here and going back there. This one is back there and here. See that? We just pushed that building back further by having those wires. All right, there are a couple more little darks in the foreground. So we're right about here. There we go. That's lovely. There is our track that's coming here. Look at that. That now looks like it's connecting here. Does that feel believable? There's some little dots and dashes here. More like Morse code. You guys can do this. I have faith in you. You know, you can watch this at a later time. If you do, message me. Um, right here. This goes just a titch darker with our moon glow. And there. At this point of the game, what's really good to do is to pull back our tape. So let me get this out of the way. Dun, dun. And this over here. And what I'll do is I'm going to put some links in the description when I post this. I'll put the link for these brushes down in the description. I'll do that for you guys. And yes, and if there's any other questions, if you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by to my channel. So this is looking quite lovely. I'm really enjoying this piece. It's nice and light and airy. It takes a little bit of practice with watercolor to get this nice lightness. Again, here is my picture, and so this is Christmas time, and this could be now. Yeah. So again, here are the brushes. I'm very grateful for Escoda from Barcelona that gave me these. Thank you, Ricard and Joseph. You guys are watching later on. I'll come on the camera real quick. All right. Let me just switch the cam. Do. All right. Hey, what's going on? So let me just move this out of the way. And a little closer. So, hey, we've got Adam here, Mr. Single. Adam Single says, beautiful job. Oh, look at that. He's over there kissing his cute baby. How adorable. And appreciate you, Adam. And yeah, so thank you again for joining me for another Watercolor Wednesday. Wow, you guys are getting to see way more of the studio. But yeah, thank you so much. Wow, you guys are logging on. So we just finished this. And we'll repost this painting. And what we'll do is over here will be some other videos that YouTube will decide that you might want to watch after this is over. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for encouraging my behavior and doing watercolor. Make sure you dive into your sketchbook portion, watch the replay because we really, you got to see some serious fun stuff. So I am very grateful. Here we go. We got Angie. Angie, thanks. First time catching your show. Well, thank you so much, Angie's Canvas. I appreciate you guys. Continue to keep painting because we all have our own fingerprint. No one else has the same fingerprint as you do. So that tells me you have purpose in this world to accomplish, and whose life is going to change by your paintings. Just that has been part of my journey. I never know who's going to buy a painting, but when they do, it ends up going to the person that it definitely was made for, and they will value you. When you find people buying your work, keep that relationship, and they will most likely buy more than one of your paintings. So thank you again. I appreciate you. And yeah, there's more chats coming here, but I try to keep this less than an hour. This is just us kind of just hanging out. And if you have any questions, if you have other things you want me to talk about, please put it in the chat. Probably most likely make like a short, 15 or 60 seconds. But yeah, thank you so much. And go ahead and click on one of these other videos that might help you a little bit farther in your career. It's been a long day. I just got done teaching at the the art school, and I'm doing these in the afternoon now. We've been doing these since the pandemic, and they're all over on my Facebook channel, and so we'll see about getting them over here too. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Keep your brushes wet, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. See ya.